Let's see, will it wait? Not too sure. Sorry. Alright, let me check. Um, Let me check something really quick. Alright. Alright, I think we should be fine. Alright. What is up, guys? Welcome to a brand new stream, brand new night, where we get to talk about the Bible and whatnot. And let me check really quick. Alright, I think that should be. Alright, we should be good. Fine. Alright, but anyways, welcome to brand new stream while we talk about things from the Bible. I do, or I guess a little bit of brief discussion hobby of a bit of Christian since I don't know how long. I think like 15, and I've been learning. Oh well, I guess in between those years, I've been kind of in and out on certain things because there were I don't know, because there were certain things that didn't really make sense to me. You could say throughout the years for me being a Christian. Um, but anyways, let's read the comments. T Boys said hello to you too. Garen Reddens, um, are you baptized or are you a Baptist? He's asking. I am not a Baptist. I go to a non-denominational church. I mean, um, are you baptized to a non-denominational church? I mean, to you again, T-boys. But anyways, just a little bit of, rules before we kind of jump into things. Again, if you don't know who I am, wherever you're watching, this is Jumbo. That's my nickname. My real name is Jair, and no, I've been a Christian since high school. You are a really cool streamer. I appreciate it. But anyways, um, this is gonna be how do we know God is real? It's not really kind of based off what I know. It's more of just based off just belief, you could say. And the reason why I actually believe that God is real because there are evidence how the way you kind of feel on certain things like the faith and feeling the Holy Spirit and whatnot. And what's it called? And there's been, or I guess there've been times in the Bible where stories did happen, certain things happen. You still have the tomb where Jesus died and whatnot. And what is divine charisma? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what divine charisma is. Um, yeah, I'm gonna just be straight up honest. I mean, if I don't know a certain question, I'm gonna just be honest with you that I don't know, and I might do my research on that. I might do my research on divine charisma. But anyways, just a little bit of the description, or this is a little bit of rules on the stream before I kind of jump into things. First, you are not a real Christian. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore that. First, no trolling, just like this person that's trolling right now. No trolling. If you guys are trolling, or if I think that you guys are trolling, I'm just gonna skip whatever comments you guys made, and and uh, that's the first thing. Just no trolling. If I see you troll, please just get a life, please. If God is real or just drift, he's asking, if God is real, why does he let so many things happen? That's a really good question, actually. I mean, it's not really kind of is based on just letting things happen, because with God, I mean, God kind of just blesses us with certain things when we become just like obedient. And I know you're not trolling, just drift. But I'm gonna try my best just to answer that question. I think my mic is too loud. Yeah, but like I don't think you're trolling. Just drift. I'm gonna try my best just to answer that question, honestly. And it is not that like, well, God kind of let things happen. It's kind of our just emotions kind of letting go on just certain events that happen. Like let's say well, I'm gonna use this just for example on Hitler. And I don't support Hitler or anything like that. On well, or I guess what he has done is I it's a horrible tragic thing, but it's more towards of a heart problem more than you could say godly thing. But with or I guess with God, it's like he does gives us just free will on certain things, and the devil, what he wants is to destroy this world. So there's a reason why certain things happen, but I might not know like all the answer from your question, and I just hope that that question kind of gives it clear to you and whatnot. Poetic dreams. Poetic dreams. I never had a poetic dreams before, but yeah, God created. I think you're trolling. I'm just gonna skip you. But anyways, yeah, just certain rules, no trolling. Um, Questions are gonna be, well, ask questions just based on biblical stuff. No outside sources. No of other religions and denominations and whatnot, because for me, I kind of base on my faith in what the Bible kind of says. Than anything else, I don't. I mean, some scientific stuff I do believe. I'll be an atheist my whole life. I barely know any religion. Just drift. I mean, I pray. I honestly just pray for you that you could just have the answer. Like I'm not forcing you or anything like that. Like people can have their own beliefs on stuff, but again, it's like I pray that you do well. Just drift, and I just pray that like God gives you a message. What is the real lesson of Psalm 82 verse 6? Let's read that, guys. So Psalm 40. I might just no. Did I say 42? No, I meant 82. My bad. 82, verse 6. I say to you, you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Um, yeah, are you saying 1 to 6? Or should let's kind of look at the context of of this chapter. I might just read this fan. It's hot. It's been hot since like the past couple of weeks. Let's just look at that context. It says, God stands in the congregation of the mighty. He judges among the gods. How long will you judge unjustly and show particularly to the wicked? Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the artificers of the needy. Deliver the poor and the needy. Free them from the hand of the wicked. They do not know, nor do they understand. They walk about the darkness, and the foundations of the earth are unstable. I say, you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But you shall die like men, and fall like one in the prince. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for you shall inherit the nations. I think really in this context, it's speaking more of just like leaders, you could say, because when they mention like God directly, they kind of capitalize the G, while right here it says that you are gods in lowercase g's, or yeah, lowercase g, and you are the children. Yeah, because this is actually speaking to at that time just the leaders, the priests, and whatnot on just their congregation of what the meaning, because God can, well, I'm pretty sure like God can have other meanings and whatnot, kind of depending on like whatever context that you are reading. So hopefully that makes sense, but again, it's like I might study more into this. Was it this chapter? My mind just like kind of blinked out on what the verse means. But again, it's like I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure like the context right here is actually more towards like the religious, or more towards the leaders, you can say, on right there. All right then. What Bible is that? So the Bible right here, it's the New King James Version Bible, and this has been a gift to me from another brother that I used to know like way back when I didn't really cared about Christianity, which I pray that he's doing good. And I mean, if he's watching right now or later on, and where is it? Where is that at? What do you mean, like, where is that at? What Bible? Like, it's just a New King James Bible. I mean, it's just a, like, that right here. Not sure if you can read it. What passage? Oh, you're talking about the passage. Oh, it's Psalms. I thought you were talking about, like, what version of the Bible. Psalms 82. It's like a very short passage, and it's a passage, or it's in verse 6. But again, with that passage, I can be wrong. I might study more of what that passage kind of means. That's the Bible, but what is it under John, Matthew, Psalms. The passage was on Psalms, Old Testament, by the way. But anyways, if nobody else has questions, I might just kind of continue just certain rules and regulations on this stream right here. Rather, if you're watching this after, and I stream every weekend. Here next day or Sunday is gonna be on TikTok, and you can find this. You can find this on YouTube, wherever you are watching. If you're watching from Twitch or anything like that. Anyways, there was with the rules, no trolling again. If I see you trolling, I'm gonna just skip you. Like I'm being for reals because we don't really have time to troll, or I don't have time to reading silly statements or questions from you guys. And if I think that you are trolling, I'm gonna just skip you. Like I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're even being serious about it. Like I'm gonna just if I think you're trolling, I'm gonna just skip you. And and I don't think nobody has. Wait, let me check. Let me check something. Let me check Twitch. I don't think nobody has not said anything yet. Alright. Let me just open YouTube and just kind of leave that on for now. Alright, so I might, oops, I might just open the Bible and just go for a random verse. Let's go to the New Testament. Uh, I don't know where to read, guys. Alright, show. Let's go to the times of. Alright. Alright, actually, I do believe that this passage is actually very important. Even for kind of today's age, where throughout time, like, they have been. Well, throughout time, people have been just making the same mistake over and over and over and over again. And I'm gonna just read it. I'm gonna read Acts, chapter 17, verse 16. Sorry, I just ate. Now while Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was provoked within him when he saw that the city was given over idols. Therefore, he reasoned in the in the synagogues, not in the synagogue with the Jews and with the Gentile worshippers, and in the marketplace daily with those who happened to be there. Verse 18. Then certain, I cannot pronounce the word, Ipsirian I'm not sure what the word is, and Solotic philosophers encountered him, and some said, "What does this babbler wants to say?" So, with or I guess right here they kind of are just. Well, you have to remember that Paul went to Athens, but there's a reason why that he goes to Athens because the reason why because of that. What I'm not sure, was it town or yeah, I would think it was the town. While everybody worshipped, or yeah, everybody did worship God, but they worship God, in a way where you're not really supposed to worship, which is going through idols and whatnot. And right here is kind of is asking the questions: What does this, um, what does this person has to say? What does this person have to kind of blabber just about? Well, what do you like? Why? Like, why is he here? What is he doing here? He's just gonna kind of blabber on just certain things, and yeah, like they're just saying like, oh, what does this person has to say? And continue on. Others said he seems to be proclaimer for foreign gods because he preached to them Jesus and the resurrection. I mean, right here it kind of see right here it is kind of saying he seems to be a proclaimer for age gods, which kind of means that, well, for my context, it kind of means that like he's more of just the leader or whatever he kind of preached out, as we're speaking about the lowercase g from gods, because he preached to them Jesus and the resurrection. Verse 19, and they took and they brought him to the Areopagus, saying, "May we know what this new doctrine is of which you speak." So right here is kind of is more saying of, what is this new doctrine that he's preaching that claims to be from Jesus Christ, and what is this resurrection stuff. So they kind of are just asking the question. Verse 20, for you are bringing some strange things to our ears, therefore we want to know that these things mean. So right here, what they're asking is that, well, what are you kind of are presenting? Like, what is this Jesus that you are presenting? What is this gospel that you are presenting? And they're saying, no, we want to know what you are kind of are bringing, this kind of knowledge or this gospel that you wanna bring to us. And I think right here, wait, no, right here, verse 21. For all the Athenians and the foragers who were there spent their time in nothing else but either to tell or to hear new things. So might continue. Oh well, we might just read the whole chapter into this thing. This this whole chapter. I don't know why I said this thing. Um. So 22 through 34. It's actually is very important um topics right here, and I'm gonna just read. And then Paul stood in the midst of the Areopagus and said, "Men of Athens, I prefer or I perceive that in all things you are very religious. For as I was passing through and considering the objects of your worship, even found an altar with this inscription." Um, This is what it says in bold letters: to the unknown, or to the unknown God. Therefore, the one whom you worship without knowing him, I proclaim to you, God who made the world and everything in it, since he is Lord of heaven and earth, does not dwell in temples made with hands. Important. Well, I'm gonna just keep on reading, but like verse 24 is important. Nor is he worshipped with men's hands as through he needed anything, since he gives to all life, breath, and all things, and he has made from one blood every nation of men to dwell on all the faces of the earth, and has determined their preappointed times and the boundaries of their dwellings. Verse 27: so that they should seek the Lord in the hope that they might grope for him and find him, though he is not far from each one of us. Verse 28: for in him we live and more and have our beings, or being, as also some of your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. Verse 29. Verse 29. Therefore, since we are the offspring of God, we ought not to think of the divine nature is like gold, silver, or stone, something shaped by art and man's diversion. Uh, man's diversion. Oh, yeah. Verse 30. Truly, these times of ignorance God overlooked, but now commands all men everywhere to repent. Verse 31. Because he has appointed a day on which he will judge the world in righteousness by the man whom he had ordinated. He has given assurance to this to all by raising him from the dead. And when they heard of the resurrection of the dead, some mocked, whilst others said, we will hear you again on this matter. So Paul departed from among them. However, some men joined him and believed, among them Dionysius and Areopagus, a woman named Damaris, and others with them. I want to say cement to that, and just a little bit of the brief discussion. I cannot even speak. A little bit of brief discussion on the verses that we all read. You can see when Paul kind of comes in, and he came into the land of Athens. And remember, when the land of Athens, they put idols and all of that, and even under the altar, they said to the unknown God, because they believe that God is very unknown. Nobody knows about God. While Paul, he didn't knew who Jesus Christ was and what the true gospel is, so he came in there and what's it called? He came in there just to preach to the people, saying that God has, well, God has been revealed through His Son, that that he